Hey guys, it's Reed from Power Soccer Shop. In today's video we're going to be going over basic armrest adjustment, and we will also go over a couple of the different armrest options that we offer. So the first thing we're going to do is remove the armrest pad itself. You will need a 1/4 inch Allen wrench to do this. You'll just need to loosen this bolt and then it should slide out pretty easily. If the armrest pad doesn't come out easily, you might need to use a pry bar or something similar to pry up on the aluminum bracket. And after you do that, you might have to work it back and forth a little bit, but it should come out of there eventually. The first thing I'll be showing you is how to adjust the height of the armrest. To do this, you're going to need a 1/4 inch Allen wrench, and you'll also need a 1/2 inch box end wrench. You're going to want to start by loosening and removing the two bolts in the center of the armrest post. And after that, you'll be able to see how the armrest post can move up and down. And then you'll need to find a position that works best for you and then put those bolts back in there and tighten everything up. The second adjustment I'll be showing you is how to position the armrest bracket further forward or further backwards. This is also very easy. You will just need a 1/4 inch Allen wrench to do this. As long as nothing's in the way, you can use any of these holes along the side of the seat frame to mount the armrest bracket. One thing I wanted to mention if you're repositioning your armrest mounting bracket is that if you have elevate or thigh supports or anything else that mounts to the seat frame itself, just double check and make sure that everything can still move freely and make sure that none of the mounting brackets are hitting each other when you do elevate the chair. Alright, once you've found a position that works for you, you're going to want to tighten everything down, and then we'll move on to the next adjustment. The last adjustment I'll be showing you is how to adjust the armrest pad from side to side. The most basic way to do this is to remove the armrest pad and just flip it around 180 degrees and then reattach it, and that'll get it out a little further. But I will also show you guys how to use the channels underneath the armrest for smaller, more intricate adjustments. By using the channels underneath, you'll actually have 6 different mounting options for the armrest pad, 3 on the inside and 3 more on the outside. I wanted to take a second and show you guys a couple of the different armrest options that we offer. The first one being a narrow armrest post. This one will actually get the post in a little bit further if you are still having trouble getting the armrest pads in far enough to where you feel comfortable. This is our standard 10-inch flat armrest pad. We also have a longer 14-inch version. And then from there, we have the contoured and cupped armrest, which is symmetrical, so they are the same on each side. And depending on which side you mount the joystick on, we will just cut the end off of one of them. Lastly, we have the channel armrest, and there's actually a left and a right side as they are asymmetrical, and you can see how aggressive the contour is on these, so they will really hold your arms in place. Alright, back to the adjustments. We're going to need a 5/32 of an inch Allen wrench to remove the armrest pad mounting bracket. After you get those out, you'll see the two nuts left over inside one of the channels of the armrest. The easiest way to get these out is to pull back on the black foam part of the armrest, and they should just slide right out. They might need a little bit of a push. You can use an Allen wrench or a screw or something like that, and they should come out pretty easy. Here you can see that the shape of the armrest channels is the exact same shape as the nuts that we just took out, so that makes getting the nuts back in pretty difficult, but I'll show you what I do to make it a little easier. After you decide which channel you'd like to mount the armrest pad bracket in, what I like to do is actually use one of those screws and attach the nut to the very end of it, and then you can use that screw as a little handle to try to work the nut around, and eventually you will get it in that channel. Like I said, it can be difficult, but if you pull that black foam back and just work it around, you'll get it in there eventually. Now that we have those two nuts back in the armrest channel, you're just going to want to use those two screws that we just took out and reattach the armrest pad mounting bracket. Just position it where you want it and then tighten everything back up. One last thing that I almost forgot to mention is that you can also adjust the joystick from side to side. This process is the exact same as moving the armrest pad mounting bracket. The screws are just a little bit longer, but everything else is the same. Alright guys, the last thing that we're going to have to do is just reattach the armrest pad to the armrest post. You're just going to need that 1/4 inch Allen wrench and position that pad where you want it and then tighten everything back up. As always, thanks for watching guys. If you guys have any tutorial how-to videos or certain things that you want a little bit more information on, feel free to reach out to me and I can get those videos made for you as soon as possible.